Hi! So, if you couldn't already tell by the title of the video or the thumbnail and everything, I finished a sketchbook. So, technically, this is the second sketchbook I've ever completed. Unfortunately, the first one that I've ever completed was back in high school, and I lost that book with moving and stuff through the years, so I can't show you guys the artwork that was in that book. But this is still true to the title, my first ever sketchbook tour. And I have a confession, I have a little disclaimer. Not every page in this book is complete. And I know that might bother some people because, it's technically not complete. I'm done. I've done with the book, and I find it easier to create artwork when I'm not forcing myself to do something. Art for me is my happy place. It's something that brings me comfort. So if I'm uncomfortable, I'm not going to draw. So there is like a chunk in the back of the book that I just didn't draw in. And that's just because I mentally am done with this sketchbook. That and the spine started to break, which is something I never experienced before. Granted, I've never gotten this far into a sketchbook, so we're learning new things. Before we get into the book, I want to show you guys like the stickers and stuff. So a lot of these are stickers I got from like Five Below and my local art store. And then some stickers are like from Pokemon packs or anime conventions I went to. So this is the front. I painted the spine black because it was tearing and I just wanted it to look uniform. And then this is the back of it. So you guys can see everything. The book is in Art Creations. This is I believe it's an 8x5. And this color is the canvas color. I haven't seen it online a lot. I bought mine locally, so I can't say the name of the art store I buy my stuff from because there's only two of them that exist in my state. They don't exist anywhere else, so to avoid accidentally doxing myself, I cannot reveal to you guys the name of the art store. It's a very local kind of thing. So, getting into the first slash cover page of the book, I do have a YouTube video on my channel of doing this. I'll put the thumbnail somewhere, or I'll have it linked in the description if you guys want to go watch it. I like doing a lot of collage artwork, so there's textured paper and stickers and like 3D elements on here. This is my Sonic Sona, or basically me as a Sonic character. I really like the Sonic games and the comics growing up. I still do, so like it was a big part of my art journey. I only drew Sonic characters as a kid. And it wasn't until I started watching anime that I started drawing people. But you know, I just draw for fun. The style of the clothing, I call it like Y3K. It's kind of like futuristic throwback fashion in a sense, which is a bit contradictory in its own right. I like my contradictions. But I have more information about this artwork in the video, so I won't dwell too much on it. And this is just like the binding page. Oh yeah, so here you can really see that the sketchbook just fell apart on itself. So there's that. Never had that before. This is me as a Moomin troll. I really like the Moomin comics and the TV shows themselves, so this is just me as a Moomin troll. I made them purple because they're kind of like a dream troll. They jump through dreams. The little circles here are the colors I used from my Artex marker set. I got those recently, and I've just been using those with my Copics or my Hoo-Hoos. I have a lot of markers. I have a bucket full of markers, so. This is sketches I did of some of my Steven Universe OCs that I just never finished. There's going to be a lot of like unfinished artwork in here. And, it's a sketchbook. Not everything's supposed to be, a finished thing. So this is Black Star Sapphire, and then this is Parasolite, who is a green amethyst. This is another one of my OCs from, like, in, like, the Moomin Troll Moomin Valley kind of universe. His name is Guy. He is a experiment that escaped a laboratory, and so he's kind of like on the run. And then this is B. B is another troll I designed. B is friends with Guy. He kind of sits in her like kitchen window and waits for her to like bake things so that he can snack on them. This is a OC I made for the owl house. The creature they are is a basilisk, so I like putting little notes of things if I got it from like a show or if I'm referencing something. So this is just notes about what a basilisk is, and I like the face shape. It's a shape, all right, and I tried to draw like a front facing view, and I was just like, oh, maybe that's why we never see them looking straight at the camera, because they're funny looking, a little funny looking. These are just some random doodles I did of like, I'll find like funny emojis on Pinterest or little, they're called like squiggly drawings or scronky drawings. It's weird. Look, if you've been on the internet long enough, you're gonna learn that some words just have their own meanings. So here's a character just crying. This is my favorite little emoji thing. I'll try to find the original image to put here. I love drawing characters. I call it the crying flea, and it's so funny to me. I love it. This is my Sonic Sona again. This is the knight from Hollow Knight. I really love the game. And this is, again, my Sonic Sona. This is Pinocchio from Lies of P. This is older than the book. I started this book in May. So this is actually from October of 2023. Some art in here I just added in to fill up some collage spaces, but I do put the dates of when things were created in here. So this is some fan art from when the game was first released. These are some swatches for my Artex markers. I wanted to pick out ones that fit a retro or vintage kind of color palette. These are some sketches of just a fox character, a girl or whatever. I didn't really have a thought in my mind, as you can see here. Head empty, no think. Just wanted to practice a style. It's based off of the concept work from Space Jam. I couldn't find the specific artist who did Lola Bunny in that movie, but I just left a note that it's from the 1996 movie Space Jam, so that's what I was inspired by. This is my mixed media illustration of my basilisk character. Basilisks can shapeshift, so this is them as a human, and then this is just them in their true form. This texture here is actually textured paint medium that I just kind of put on top to give it some flair, some surface texture. I wanted to put pearls on this page, kind of like how I did for this, but I only had these blue ones. I couldn't find my white pearls, so I just didn't. I just left it as is. This is just a collage I made of different papers and stuff. I really like collages and scrapbooking, so sometimes if I don't want to draw but I still feel like being creative, I will scrapbook. A lot of my scrapbooking supplies I got from a box that I was given as a sample on TikTok. It's from the Grabby company. So they sent me a scrapbooking box, kind of like a sponsorship that I did on TikTok. So a lot of my stickers and stuff and papers like this come from the scrapbook box I received. It's hard for me to tell what pages are just one. This is another collage I did. This is an older piece of artwork I drew. It's kind of like a mix of my Sonic art style and like rubber hose body proportions. I wanted to do a limited color palette for this one, so I just did like blue pencils for sketching, and I think it was just teal pens. So that's pretty much all I did. I'm gonna take off my cardigan. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, but I like wearing cardigans indoors. I get cold sometimes, but it is getting hot, so I'm gonna take that. This is some more of my Sonic character. This is actually on sticker paper. I use sticker paper a lot when I just want to add some drawings on top of things and I don't feel like busting out the glue or tape. This is them as a human. I I don't know, I wasn't quite feeling the design, so I just kept them as is. This is my Moomin troll. He kind of just existing, you know. This is my Transformers OC Highwire. They are a submarine anglerfish. I love deep sea fishes and stuff, so I wanted to design something that kind of had both that energy. Um, they're just pink. They're just pink and a menace. So that's just what they are. This is them as like a full illustration. I have like some shorts on my YouTube channel that you guys can watch if you want to see the line art process. I think I even colored it in that short. I can't quite remember. I'll have to go back and watch it. This is a collage I just never finished. I just wanted to cover it. I also do a lot of collages whenever I use alcohol marker because it bleeds through. So I just put things on top of it to cover that bleed through. But I just never drew anything here. I left it at that. This is my player character from Miitopia. If you guys have ever heard of Miitopia or like Tomodachi Life, those are like my favorite Nintendo games. They're so fun and so funny. So I drew my mage character. The hairstyle might look really familiar if you see like my icon or my banner. That is just my hair that I did at the time, or the way I drew my hair. This is another illustration for Highwire. This is just a comic showing them transforming from submarine to full Cybertronian. And then I have this little scuba diver here for like size reference. The transition was pretty good that I got with the markers. These are Crayola markers. So I just kind of, you know, scribbled it all in until I got like a good gradient that just gave that sinking into the ocean kind of look. This is a character. You're going to see some concept art for this character later. This is Hitchblade. On my TikTok, I did like a challenge where people would give me an animal and then a vehicle, and I turned that into a Transformer character. So Hitchblade is an attack helicopter and a falcon. So I kind of made him like this cowboy bounty hunter. And when I was first drawing Transformers, I couldn't quite get the shape language right. And so, like, there's these sticky notes I have here of me redesigning parts of the body to look more mechanical. So, like, I redid the chest, some parts of the face, and everything. This is just a collage of sketches from when I restarted my Tomodachi game. I did this back in March. So all of these sketches are from March. I reset my game on my DS, and then I, you know, made me. And this is the hair. Well, this is the hairstyle in the game, and I picked it because it kind of looks like little ears that I like, you know, moving around and everything. And this design is honestly my favorite ever. I just love how they look, and it's so cute. And I really think that if you want to do like practice faces, drawing like random me characters could really help because of all the different face options, or like the noses, the eye shapes, and everything can really help. Because I usually don't draw my nose like this, but when I like restarted my game, that was the nose that I originally picked from like 2017, I think, 2018, and I was like, oh, I never really would think that my nose looked like that, but it does. So that's how I draw like my nose now. So I think I might draw more in like the me characters in my style. I was gonna do a whole series of drawing like the random interactions of all the characters I put on my Tomodachi Island, but some are my OCs, and then some are random anime characters and video game characters. So it is, every time I log into that game, it is so funny. And before you even ask, yes, Hatsune Miku is on my island because there's nothing funnier than playing the game and then she pops up and I'm like, is that Hatsune Miku? I just love it. This is more of a OC I made. They're a bat and a rocket ship together, but I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. His name is Jetson. He was gonna have like more like an 80s kind of color palette, but I just didn't like how it was turning out. I tried again to redesign him. I like this face more, but I don't know. I think I was just getting tired of Transformers. Sometimes I get like really into things, but then I get tired of it quickly. But I still like the thing I got into. It's just that I gotta pace myself. This is something I streamed. I did like a random character creation challenge. So I picked a random color palette, a random aesthetic, and then a random animal. Because I just thought that'd be fun. So over here, he is a tropical core gecko guy. I think it's like a, is it a spotted gecko? No, a leopard gecko. Leopard gecko, that's what it is. And this is the color palette that I got that I randomized. So it fit nicely with the tropical aesthetic I wanted to give him. And then over here, she is a bug punk aesthetic, a wasp, which I thought was funny since she is bug punk and she ended up being a bug. So I really like the mohawk I gave her that kind of looks like an insect is on her head. And then I drew them together. This is basically their dynamic. I know nothing about them, but I know that they be fighting. This is just a filler page. I thought I would do a big collage here, but I didn't. So it's just, you know, it is what it is. This is a comic I did of just my character and Hitchblade because, not Hitchblade, this is Highwire. Me and Highwire because Highwire is my baby. And then this is Jetson. And then this is them showing off their scary face. But I love them. I like doing little comics that just have like very limited color palettes. Like I think I just went in with like a pink highlighter and then I used a pink pen. I think the pen I used is a Papermate pen. I like those pens in my sketchbook, so that's just what I did for all of these. And for like the darker bits here, I just used a purple one. And then this is just an index card I taped in here to give me more room to draw. This is that concept page I was talking about earlier for Hitchblade. So this is the start of the design. I did like a little mock-up of what the helicopter looks like so that I can deconstruct it and reconstruct it as a person. And then this was another one that I did. This was a race car and a lizard. So I did a bearded dragon and then a Ferrari race car. I know Ferraris are red, but I wanted him to be blue. So it's a blue Ferrari. I really like broke down like the shape language to make sure I got that bearded dragon energy. These are just some random doodles I did for just some filler spaces in my TikToks because I don't show my face as much on my camera or like in my videos for TikTok or my art, so I gotta draw my character so they can be there for silly little goofy things as I talk over them. This is some more artwork of my gems, this Black Star, and then this Paris Light. They are girlfriends. They love each other very much. Paris Light actually has arm extenders, so she is like, she has like a disability, and so I wanted to like display that with her extenders. And I just think they're so cute. I love them so much, you know, small girlfriend, tall girlfriend, and together they do form Tanzanite, which I was going to do a redesign of them, so maybe I'll do that in my next sketchbook. I'm not sure. I gotta just draw whatever I'm feeling, so if I feel like doing it, then I do it. This is some character studies of Ditra from the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. I really love the Dark Crystal. The characters and like the puppet designs are really interesting to me. If I could, I'd get the art book, but I think it's like $80 and I can't justify an $80 book purchase. I have too many books. I would have to restrain myself sometimes. I think, yeah. So this is some more sketches of that bearded dragon character. I think his name is Rico. I never got around to coloring them. I just got really tired. A lot of my sketchbooks, I don't go in order. So there are times that I skip between pages. So I think sometimes it's easier to tell when I had more energy versus when I was just like at the end of my rope. This is a Snork or C that I made from, you guys remember the show The Snork? You know what? Let me not sing it because I don't know if I get copyright for singing the intro song, so I won't sing it for you guys. But this is my character. I just really like the style of the time period. If I could remember what it's called, I'll put it on screen. But just that was like my favorite art style. This is a still image from my Miku Miku Beam. This is my pop star Miku. She's about to like go on stage. And then this is the full Miku Miku Beam illustration. You guys can't really tell, but it is like a 3D art piece. It's only like, I think it's a thin layer of paper that I put in between here, but from opening and closing the book, it kind of flattened out. I did a whole live stream of like the coloring process for everything, which is really funny because people were confused at where her arms were, and I'm like, no, they're right here. I have to put them on top. We have to wait. We have to color underneath before we can get to the next layer. So that was really fun. Then coming on to this page, there is a TikTok that Care Bears did that it drives me insane how much I love it. They did like this collaboration where like they did Care Bear aliens, and I love it so much that I drew so much like Care Bear alien fan art, even turned them into a Sonic character. So like Care Bears, if you ever, want more money, you should make a Care Bear alien plushie. Please, I'd buy it. I love the design so much. This is my farmer OC for Stardew Valley. I have like 2 saves. I have a couple of saves. I play Stardew Valley a lot. I'm a bit of a gamer. And so this is my OC Midnight, but I call her MK for short. She is allegedly Mr. Q's daughter, but no one knows or talks about it. Only Grandpa really knows about it and Mr. Q. But I just thought it would make sense in the lore of the game. If you guys want a full like Stardew Valley art video, I'd do it. And I'd talk to you about my headcanons about Stardew Valley. But I just wanted to do something that just used color pencils instead of like line art and everything. So I went from pencil to just color pencil and everything. And then here's some more of like a lineless art style. I don't like the proportion of the body that I did here, but that's okay. We make mistakes and that's just part of the art process. This is my player character from the game AFK Journey. I play this game entirely too much, but I just love it. I love the characters in the game and like the general art style, so I have quite a few artworks that I did for the game. And then this has like gold pens, so you kind of see it shimmering and stuff. But this is my character. They're the Merlin Magistrate. Here's another just random collage I threw together. This is Thimble. Thimble is a moth plushie I have. I will put an image of my son somewhere on screen so you guys can see him. But he's my son. And I just didn't really do anything with this page. I just kind of put these drawings here and then moved on. This is my spider Sona. They are the Spider Hawk. Like Hawk as in, the Incredible Hulk. So they were bitten by a gamma radiated, mutated, kind of spider. So when they use their powers, they go from normal to fully hulked out. So I did like a drawing of like both versions of them. And then here's the sketch of what I started with. So this is like their civilian outfit. And then this is their Spider Hawk outfit. I just think it's funny because I can't say hawk properly. It sounds like I'm saying hawk, like the bird. So I just think that's funny with my pronunciation. This is a random OC I just made. I just wanted to make like a little alien guy. His name is Felonious. He's my little Philly. This is some more of that AFK Journey fan art or comic stuff I did. This is Hammy. She's one of our familiars in the game. And then this is my character going full god mode. Because our character is the character you play in the game is supposed to be the most powerful magical mage that there is, but you suffer from, let's say it together, amnesia. So you have to remember your powers along the journey. So this is them just like having too much power at a point and not quite knowing how to control it. This is a doodle of this dragon fairy. D&D came out with a guide to dragons book, and they had fairy dragons in them, so that's something I just latched onto, like fairies and dragons. Who wouldn't love that? And I did a sad version of them because I was feeling a little sad, so just wanted to draw a little crying face. Sometimes you just want to show different expressions. This is Emmy from Ultraman Rising. I love this movie. If I need a plush of her immediately, she is baby. She can do no wrong. That movie was so good, and if you haven't watched it, you should. But yeah, I just did some warm-up sketches of the little baby. These are some random headshots I did. This is a Gorgon character. Gorgons are like, the mythological snake people from Greek myths, like Medusa. So I just did my version of them. I wanted to have like more tighter curls and stuff around the head, but I was struggling to get like where to put the face of the snakes. But it was just a sketch. Like I do like warm up and then cool down sketches at night. Sometimes before bed I can't sleep because I have like too much energy, so I'll do a cool down sketch where I just do something really quick to tire my brain out. These are pen doodles of one of my characters from a story that has no title, but he's friends with a robot named Thomas. I do have art of Thomas later, so you guys are going to see him. They work in the same facility, so he doesn't have a name, he's just the janitor there. So if you guys have any name suggestions for him, please leave them in the comment section. Back to me playing Metopia. So in the game, you design all the characters and their faces. So my Dark Lord, I named him Enzo, and he kind of has like this face, and so I made him hot. I was like streaming, drawing, and playing the game on TikTok, and I was like, what if he was hot? And I did it, and I love him. I think I have like more art and stuff of him in like my Instagram or on my Ko-fi page, or if you just go to my TikTok and scroll, you're gonna see like little videos I did with him. But we love our Dark Lord. These are some collages of like my promotional stuff. So like these are the sketches I did for my banner, and then you see like the real big like final sketch that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one. And then this is my icon. I might redo it, but I don't know. I'm trying to keep the same branding for a period of time so that people can recognize me, but I flip-flop on styles so frequently, it's kind of hard, but I'm trying. But this is the full piece here. I'm sorry you guys don't get to like feel the different textures of like the stickers and the little things I put on here, but it's very nice. Lumps and ridges and all that. Oh yeah. This is just some artwork I posted or taped in here because the book that this was in got damaged. I spilled coffee on it, so I had to move the artwork around. This is a horror villain, like a slasher character I made. This is the dressmaker. He's a ghost that haunts this elaborate dress and everything. He has like a whole story and stuff. I have some videos about this on my Instagram. So if you want to see more of my horror, aesthetic artwork, you can go over to my Instagram for it. But I just put this in here as like a safe place to keep it. These are some more Lego style sketches. I really got into like the Lego art style for a period, so I just drew characters as it. This is my character. This is Baron Goodheart, and boy, could I talk on and on about my boy Baron. I'm sorry, that voice crack. I'm filming this at night, so I'm a little sleepy, but wow, was not expecting that. Great. I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing it out. But this is Baron Goodheart. He is the first original character I ever made and gave a story to. So I have art of him for days in my archives from his first coming to existence to moving throughout my art career and stuff. And he was the one of the first characters to appear in my webcomic Perception, which is a passion project. I made that comic when I was in high school, and he was my buddy cop, character. He was there, and I always just love redrawing him and stuff. So here he is. This was a thumbnail, a sketch I was gonna do for my uh anatomy tutorial video, but I didn't go with it. I just wasn't feeling it that day. So let's move on. Oh yeah, this is some art I posted in here. Some more of that Lego character art. They also do not have a name. I don't think I gave them a name, but this is a dragon character, so that they can shift between human and dragon. So this is their big old dragon form. They are based off of the Amphiri type dragon species. Those are the feathery ones with no limbs, kind of like the not Greek god. I think it's the Aztec god, Quetzalcoatl. So they're kind of like that. There's also a teeny tiny worm doodle here on this little post-it note. So, worm. Oh, worm. So that's there. And then this here, actually, if you ever had those dragonology books or the oceanology books, you would know that there is a dragon script language. So this is written in dragon script. I'll leave this here. And if you guys could decode the dragon script, you kind of get you get brownie points. You get to say oh, I know what that says. Oh, here's Thomas. This is my ALI, Artificial Living Intelligence robot character. When I got into Transformers, I decided to redesign him because his first design was, I call it the anime robot, where it's yeah, they're a robot, but it's not giving machine. It's giving more person. I want more machine. So I redesigned him to look more mechanical. I tried with different leg styles and everything. Had to give him the high heels because I just think that's iconic. And he's also based off of a chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemums are my favorite flowers ever. So of course I had to make this little character have my favorite flower as his head. These are the drawings from that anatomy video, and I think yeah, that's everything I drew in here. These are all blank, and then this is just a sticker I put in here. I wanted it to look like the covers of Monster High books, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I tested a pin here. That, my dear viewer, would be all of the drawings I did in this sketchbook. And if I had a stamp, I'd stamp it, complete. But that's it. Hey, I hope you guys were able to enjoy this sketchbook tour. I know I rambled a lot throughout the video. I just wanted to give my just straight thoughts as I flipped through the book, so I didn't really script anything because I wanted it to just be, my authentic feelings as I look back at all the artwork I created. I do want to let you guys know that you can get a digital version or a copy of my sketchbook tour with secret artwork and some more detailed explanations of drawings, along with a list of art supplies that I used for different pages. It's on my Ko-fi shop in my page. You can get it for $10. It's a PDF photo flip through. I'll have that also linked in the description so you guys can check it out. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Bye!